Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Oh, bummer. Turn on our lights. There we go. Welcome back to Behind the Curve. I'm your host, Myth Wizard. Yet again, another Wednesday, another forced stream. Timon King will be joining us later. He has some company over. I had to turn on developer mode. I was ready today, and then I remembered that I wasn't ready today, so here we are. But turn it back to stream. We are hungry. I can't see squat. It doesn't, this light does not help. Plant stuff? Yeah, I plant things. Give me the option to plant stuff. There we go. I'm gonna start dying of hunger here in a second. Oh, but we can sleep. That's super convenient. Alright. Oh, all these blueberry bushes. Oh, yes. Did I already eat? Did I eat all of the blueberries I picked? That is okay, there's blueberries everywhere. Alright, so until Timon gets here, we are going to cut down a whole bunch of trees. We're gonna build oops. Build a, not a shelter. We need to build custom building or bone fence. That's not right. Is it? It's defensive walls. All right, I goofed that up. I'm gonna swap back here. Ha! Wall. I goofed it up. I goofed it up. So we're resetting that. Yeah, that's okay. What's going on, Chaos? How are you? Get back. Hey, Beth. Thanks for the host. What's going on? You're aight. That's it? Just aight? Oh, get more tea. Definitely. More matcha. No, sweet iced tea. Like a true southerner. Nothing much, trying to chill at home. Still very heated from today, but it's okay. Things gonna happen, I guess. Yeah. Sometimes people just be like that. Sometimes people just go to work with COVID. It happens. Can I not turn any of these into a gate? Is there a way to turn a defensive wall into a gate? Thinking that's a gate. Right, well this looks like a tree, or relatively close to the tree that we built our treehouse in last. It's just whatever. Now I rant to my sister about it too. Feel a lot better. More mad at my boss than anything. Yeah. I would be upset as well. I'll level with you. That just a complete disregard for anyone. Why is it over there? Cancel that. E. Build the treehouse. There. We're slammed booking wise. I'd rather that current work with COVID. Yeah. Back, that's rough. Hope everything goes as smoothly as it can. Yep. At this point, I guess that's all we can hope for, right? We all said should have made her get tested. I didn't knew it didn't have it. Didn't have it, but better safe than sorry. Yeah, I mean, when she was like, guys, I can't smell that popcorn, she should have stayed home. I just hope I survive next week. Some days the best thing we can do is just survive. When she said she... Oh yeah, when she said she was with her boyfriend all weekend and he tested positive. Yeah, I would have... I don't know, I'd have told my boss that I'm not comfortable, probably. Hey, Chica just told me that her boyfriend tested positive for COVID. The chainsaw scared Gigi. I'm sorry, Gigi. Didn't mean to. Didn't mean to. Get out of the way, lizard. Hey, Chaos, did anything come of that interview? You just jumped? Yeah. Cats will do that. All the logs out here. It is what it is at this point. I was so busy today, my feet are killing me. Running around the office. I guess you could say I was running around my office too, but I work from home, so it was more or less just me sitting here. Like at this exact spot. Not really running. I was running around after work though. The dogs went a little nutty. They turned me down. They actually reposted the listing, so I'm assuming they haven't found anyone. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's okay. I feel that pain. It took me quite a while before I found the job I have now. I've talked about it before, I think, but I had an interview. I actually had 3 interviews with one company over the course of a couple of weeks, and then they were like, come back in 2 years when you've got experience. Hey, Cake, what's up? They did want to play, and they ended up playing with each other for quite a while. They played with each other all day, but I was trying to get chores done when they wanted to play with me, and that was just not a good combination. Oh, it's really loud on me. How's it going? It's going. It's going all right. We are just waiting on Timon King to get here. He has company right now, so I'm just doing some of the grunt work to make things go a little smoother when he gets here. That way we don't have to really worry about doing as much building, and we can focus on finding a new cave. Good thing is I have no plans this weekend because of the heat. Heck yeah, man. Stay home. Eat ice cream. Maybe take a bath. Watch a whole lot of TV or movies or something. That sounds like a good plan to me. KP had a busy week. She had, so she's a nanny. Part-time. I say part-time loosely because she works basically full-time hours, but works full-time hours part of the week. But she watched that child 3 days in a row this week. She normally does it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. She watched her Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so she's got a 4-day weekend this weekend, and she is super excited for that. But she's been saying, quote, "It's my Friday," and I guess she forgot it wasn't Friday earlier. So when I was like, "Yeah, I gotta go make my announcement," I'm like 20 minutes late announcing the stream. She was like, "Wait, what? It's Wednesday?" So tomorrow I need to prep for an ultrasound. Gonna be a rough day. Need to figure out a light, fat-free dinner. I'm actually applying to internships and every low-skill position at reputable companies. Gonna learn Golang, Ruby, Java, etc. because I want to build my port. Good luck, Chaos. You sound like you have a lot of work coming up. Very busy. Gonna chill. We got our anniversary next weekend. That's exciting, Beth. Bless her. Yeah. She had a long day. I don't blame her. Did a very long day, but she is currently upcycling a dresser she bought on Facebook. We drove out and picked it up a couple days ago. So now she is painting it. painting it with white chalk paint. She's super excited for it. We also have blue 5 years. 5 years is a long time. 5 years is about a fifth of my lifetime. It does sound fun. I helped her figure out she's not really painted anything on that kind of scale before. So I kind of helped her figure out how to paint in such a way that the paint actually, you know, sticks. But we also have a blue chalk paint, and I'm trying to convince her. She's painted all the hardware. We tried to find new hardware for her drawers, but the center to center distance on the drawer pulls is not standard. It's not like a standard size, which is really frustrating. It's 4.75 inches, which no one seems to carry drawer pulls for. So that's really frustrating. But she ended up just painting the hardware it came with black. But we also have a coastal blue chalk paint, and I'm trying to convince her to at least paint one of them blue just to see it, but she says she doesn't like the blue. I've not painted my rocking chair yet because it's so hot. Make your own drawer pulls. I made a joke. I made a joke about it. I thought about it. Do I have my katana? What button is the katana? Come here. I feel like it's always really early on that we get attacked by one person. But yeah, I did make a joke about making my own drawer pull. Those freaks are tough. Dude, the blue armsy that attacked us last week, man, that sucker was tough. I love blue. My chair will be white, but the heat is so bad. I step outside and feel like I'm in a fire pit. Sauna usage on an island inhabited by a tribe reminds me too much of Japanese imperialism. I have no clue what you're talking about. That never happened. Japan isn't real. Like Wyoming. Humidity is killer. Humidity sucks. I don't know anybody that likes humidity. It sucks even worse. So I ended up getting my mom's hair, and my mom has really thick hair. And she complains all the time about humidity because she has, oh man, out of gas. I can combine the chainsaw and the light. Cool. She complains about humidity when it comes to her hair and like making her hair really frizzy. And I totally understand the sentiment, but I've kept my hair short for most of my life. I don't know if it's necessarily for that reason, but I know if I grew it out any more than I have now, then I would probably end up with that problem. I've talked about it, but I did consider it briefly. Did consider briefly growing my hair out. Having watched a lot of Achievement Hunter lately and seeing Michael's hair, it's like, that looks like it could be fun. But ultimately, I decided against it because I hate having hair in my face. Getting a haircut is such a chore for me. I have to go make an appointment. I have to call. Just go bald one day. I aspire to the bald and bearded. I have very thick and wavy hair, so I feel you, man. My hair's, yeah, it frizzes. It sucks. Thick wavy hair in low humidity is fluffy, and high humidity is awful. Yeah, you just kind of suck it up and accept that your hair just isn't gonna work with you. Just grow mine out for like 3 months and then get it cut short. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I don't even remember the last time. Oh, I could probably go check my email. I think they emailed me a receipt. I don't remember the last time I got a haircut. I think the last time I got a haircut, it was still cold enough to wear a jacket. I've been tying my hair into very compact buns just to keep it tame. Since I dye mine, I get every 6 months. That's a pretty solid number. I bleach mine even though blonde is my natural color anyway. This is my natural color. I've never colored my hair. Haven't done anything like that. I don't even know what I would do if I did. Wish my hair could go into buns. I had highlights when I was younger. We used to do like crazy hair day in elementary school. I have painted my hair for that. Just go mustard yellow, it always goes well. Good. The real life Colonel Mustard. It wasn't a good look for me. Oh no. No. That's no bueno. My hair was bleach blonde when I was little, but it just got to dark, dirty blonde. Yeah. That happens. I think my hair was almost reddish brown when I was young, so totally get the your hair getting darker over time. I recently bought a book on braids and buns. Most are super compact. Problem is that most of them require my hair to grow at least a few more months. The cool kids had it at the time, so I wanted to be cool too. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. I want to grow my beard. I want to grow it out. AP is not thrilled. Don't think it worked. I don't. Never said I did. I want to grow my beard out. AP isn't thrilled, but I'm gonna do for a long time. Apparently I haven't hit peak beard growing yet. I'm getting there. I'm almost there. But most people recommend giving it about 3 months of growth to figure out what you got to work with. I don't remember the last time I shaved. I think I trimmed up a little bit to cut off like split ends and stuff. I've been really bad about moisturizing my beard, and so my beard dries out. Big beard. Big beard. I'm working on it. I'm getting close. I go back and forth on long and short beard. Which makes no sense because my mom has black hair and my dad's hair is brown. Sorry for the voice crack there. Good golly. Hair isn't always that straightforward, I don't think. even eye color, right? I think there's still even like a 25% chance you end up with green eyes if both your parents have brown eyes. I've recently got white and blonde hairs. My hair looks like a burnt copper or dark auburn, depending on the lighting. Not going to bleach it out of curiosity how the color will naturally. Seems to be going slowly. Strawberry blonde. DJ can't keep his facial hair with work. Yeah. I don't blame them though. That would be a liability. I don't necessarily have that kind of liability working in software. I don't gotta worry about my beard getting caught in things, necessarily. I have hazel eyes, moms are brown, dads are blue. Got weird genes in all honesty. In all honesty, I don't look like my parents. Sometimes that happens. Heat's been killing him. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can imagine. You get stuck outside, working outside in the summer, especially where you're at. Good grief. My mom's family is from Georgia, and we used to visit them. It's been a hot minute since we visited them, but we would go down for the 4th of July, and it was always just sweltering. Because it would be like 95 degrees, and then also 95% humidity. But it felt like it was 100 degrees out. Everybody was always sweaty. I need one more log. Come on. Come on! Heck. Thick long sleeves. Ugh, heat is death. Heat is death. I hope he's remembering to stay hydrated out there. You could very easily get dehydrated and get heat stroke doing manual labor in the heat. I wish I could live in winter my whole life. I feel like my sense of style is more suited to colder weather. I really like button downs. I want to wear like sweaters, and I have a bunch of chino pants that I want to wear. I don't know. KP and I have talked about potentially moving up north, but I feel like that's more of a pipe dream than anything. It's not really feasible for us. Both of us have family here. It just doesn't seem to be in the cards for us. Maybe one day, but sweaters are the best. I have two. I think I have two sweaters. I have a gray one, and then actually KP gave me an old pink sweater she doesn't wear anymore, so I now own a pink sweater. There we go. Little heat stricken spur. I make sure he hydrates more. Need to down loads of water in. Every high humidity location I've been, there'd be hundreds of heat deaths in a single season. Yeah. Heat is no joke. And I mean, I read a tweet somewhere. I don't remember where it was. But someone was mentioning, I'm sure somebody could find it, that wherever they were, I think it might have been Seattle, Pacific Northwest, back when Actually, I don't know if the fires are still a thing. Anyway, back when they had their record heat, they were forecasted for like 115-degree weather, and somebody was like, hey, just a friendly reminder, meat starts to cook at 115 degrees, and the overwhelming majority of people are made of meat. Crazy down here, we never really have a full-on winter. Cold for like a week and that's it. We actually, well, we had a white Christmas. That's the first one I can remember. But wear the pink sweater on stream in October. Could totally wear the pinks. You know, I could wear the pink sweater. I could also wear it on a Wednesday. I do stream on Wednesdays. The best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time. I don't own a striped sweater. No, I don't. I have just a plain gray sweater and a plain pink sweater. Grum says, sorry I'm late. How's everyone been? What's going on, Grum? Oh, Beth has to go. All right, Beth. Get you some relaxing done. People made of plant typically cook earlier than that, yeah? What percentage plant do you think most people are? I remember when I moved back from Australia and it first snowed, I was just staring out the window at the snow. I still do that. I still do it, and I've seen snow. I mean, KP and I were both born in Alaska. Granted, neither of us were old enough to remember it. We're very closely related to banana. Get behind that. What are the appropriate pieces to match up a human to a banana? Right, like in university, we referred to bananas by their very strange parts that we came up with, right? Like there was the handle and the nubbin and the long of the banana, and I think we called it the meat, right? The peel is our skin. Okay, that's the long, the long of the people. No, is it the same after a Norwegian winter? I can imagine. Can imagine. Speaking of, there is a resort in Finland that I have been wanting to go to for years. Of course, I don't have the money to do it. That's not going to stop me from wishing I can. Any of these? There's a reason it's called a family tree. Well, bananas don't grow on trees. It's not actually a tree. We share 50% of our genes with nanners and similar amounts to other fruits. That's 1% of DNA. Damn, dude. That's a fun fact. That's kind of a useless fact, but it's a fun fact. I guess it's not necessarily useless if you're studying that kind of thing, but I would imagine to the average person it's kind of a useless fact. You'll win Jeopardy with it? That's fair. That is true. It is the kind of thing that would just so happen to win you Jeopardy. Come on. There we go. Is that why they make you stronger in Zelda? Nah, Nanner's just yum. The mighty banana. Breath of the Wild is the only one. Oh. Breath of the Wild is the only one with the bananas, right? No. Stand corrected. I need to play more Zelda. They're in Link's Awakening. You're right. You're right. Breath of the Wild has mighty bananas, yeah. The question was, are there any other Legend of Zelda games that have bananas? Yeah, they are in Link's Awakening. I did watch Game Grumps play that. One of the Tingle games. We count Tingle? Does he count? I count Tingle. Ripen Tingle's Balloon Trip of Love. Hey. I don't know how I feel about the sound of that. Alright, let's go find some berries. We've been working hard. We don't have snacks. I need some goop. I do need some goop. I do need some goop. One of the games is a retelling of The Wizard of Oz. What? Get out our katana. Can your guy stop breathing in my ear? I'm sorry. Eat a little bit of chicory. ASMR, you're right. It's survival ASMR. I guess I could eat that lizard, but that means I have to cook him, and I don't have time for that. Now I have time for it. Company Goop has two O's because Gwyneth Paltrow was told that every successful online company has two O's in the name. So Goop is just her initials and two O's. What a shame. Goop. If it can, that website is great. Goop is great, the website. I haven't looked at it. If it can be called Goop, it is made infinitely better by actually calling it Goop. Get everything on that site for way less on Amazon? What? That's so bizarre. I would imagine it would be more expensive on Amazon. Products are horrendous, but poop is a fantastic time. Goop. Yes, my favorite company, Poop. I too shop at Poop. Man, this wall is gonna take forever. Build our gate first. I think that's what that is. We can find out. I have some rum and coke tonight. Ooh. Sounds tasty. I didn't make myself a drink. I brought myself some water. I don't really drink all that much anymore. Not that I really drank much to begin with. I've done a couple streams where I drank like a beer on stream, or I drank. Oh my gosh! Was not expecting that to open that way. Water's slightly healthier. Yeah, only a little bit. No, I've done a couple streams where I drank like a bottle of beer, or I drank a glass of mead or something. But in general, mostly just water. But I also like to promote. I say that we are on this channel, we're in the business of taking care of ourselves. So for the most part, water, sitting up straight. I haven't expanded into the eating properly territory, but I'm also not a nutritionist, so I don't necessarily know that much about eating as well as I should. I like to think I'm decently informed about what I'm eating, but sometimes you just eat junk. And it's okay. I really want to try mead. Oh, it's good. It's good. No matter what you get. You can get like a dry or semi-sweet or a sweet mead. I mean, you can get mead any amount of sweetness. I actually had, so we've got a little I think I've talked about it before. There's a wine store up the road from my house, actually. And they have a small selection of mead, which is really nice because I can't really find it anywhere other than like Wegmans an hour away from my house, which really sucks. But they had a small bottle. It was quite expensive for how much it was, but it's mead, so I kind of expected it. But they had a small bottle from Charm City Meadworks, and I drank it the other day, and it was delicious. My goodness, I really enjoyed it. And I checked it in on Untapped because I'm one of those guys. Not necessarily one of those guys, but I just happened, excuse me, happened to think about it, and so I checked in my bottle on Untapped, and Charm City actually toasted me. And I was kind of shocked. Like, oh, well, thank you, I guess. I just wasn't expecting, you know, the company to be like, hey, thanks for drinking our stuff. Do they have them at regular stores? Not usually. It's kind of more of a specialty item. Know way more about nutrition purely because of the stupid amount of research I do now. I don't trust non-nixtamalized corn. Compared to what I used to know, meat is easy to make, to be honest. Yes. I want to try it. I personally don't have the equipment. I would love to get some of the equipment to do that kind of stuff, get the equipment to do that stuff. But, money, time, space, I don't really have much. I would do it in like my basement, but I don't have a lot of space in the basement to do that. So unfortunately that is off the table right now. But I have to keep my eyes open for it then. Yeah, I would definitely check places like if you've got a Wegmans nearby. I don't know if you do, but if you have like a specialty alcohol store, they might have mead. No Wegmans in Florida. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's kind of a northern thing. I'm amazed it's made it as far south as us. It starts super hands-on and then becomes pretty chill. Yeah, once you get it going and you just kind of leave it to do its thing for a little while, super easy. Wegmans is amazing though. It's okay. It's okay. I mostly have problems with the people that go to Wegmans. They have some pretty neat stuff though. They carry a lot of the stuff that that I kind of frequent, a lot of the weird I wouldn't necessarily say I'm vegetarian at this point. I've been eating a lot of chicken lately, but when I get on that kind of stuff, I'm usually trying some of the weird stuff. I find it fun. You know, it's fun to try the different stuff that's out there, the different kind of options. I know they're not good for you per se, but you know, it's still interesting. One of those kind of try anything once things, and sometimes things stick, right? Like AP has actually tried the corn meatless patties with me. We made chicken sandwiches. Well, they're chicken sandwiches the other day. And it turned out really well. She really liked it. And so I was like, all right, I'm not telling you what's in it because I know you won't eat it if I do. Garum is not something I'd recommend making in your home though, unless you want... Or you use the fast version that makes the house smell of fish for a week. How to live a little. But we did try to make a chicken breakfast sandwich the other day, and it just didn't turn out. She followed the microwave instructions for the patties, and they came out basically just dehydrated, like hard as a rock. It was really disappointing. Very upsetting. The Impossible Foods CEO thinks that all meat products will stop being sold in 15 years. All I can say is that he's insane, stupid, deeply out of touch, and that not everyone can live off meat substitutes. I will say 15 years is optimistic. And I will agree. You may not be able to live off of meat substitutes. If we could cut out meat, that would be cool. You know, but there's always going to be someone who... Oh, dang it. There's always going to be someone who's like, that's tasty, I'll eat that. And there's always going to be a market for it, right? But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. It's unfortunate. I physically have to eat meat because of anemia. Oh, yeah. Just eat a butt ton of spinach. Just eat like a metric fuck ton of spinach, right? Feel terrible if I just eat tofu for a day because I need the iron and B vitamins and vitamin D. I know a lot of food is fortified with vitamin D and B vitamins. Not necessarily iron though. But I know a lot of that kind of stuff is fortified with B vitamins. Like I think Oatly is fortified with B vitamins, even like off-brand or yeah, I guess you could call them off-brand non-dairy milks are fortified with B vitamins and vitamin D. My body can't properly process the fortified stuff. Well, that sucks. That's really unfortunate. Gave up on vitamins because they don't work. Yeah. That's really tough. You gotta eat really, you gotta be very, very specific with what you eat then, don't you? I knew already that you were super specific with what you ate, but also shockingly creative. Unfortunately, I slept until night. I thought it was already night, so we're stuck wandering around in the dark. Gotta do what is needed. Smoothies are something I'm adding to my diet because to make it easier on my body. Yes. Smoothies definitely. Free bridge. I don't like that. Getting up here. Alright. What do we want to do tonight? We need to find the modern bow. We need to find the climbing supplies. We need to find the rebreather. Those are the things that we need to find. We're growing some fruits and vegetables ourselves now. It's going okay. Oh, that's exciting. I know my parents want to, my mom specifically wants my dad to build a planter box, like a raised vegetable garden out in their backyard. She asked me what I wanted to grow because I'm the other person that eats vegetables. I guess my younger brother eats vegetables now too. Anyway, that's off topic. But I mentioned bell peppers because we eat a lot of bell peppers. So I think they're gonna grow tomatoes and bell peppers. Cucumbers maybe? I think we did a lot of pickling. Not this past summer, but the summer before. We pickled a lot of cucumbers. But we also just made tomato sauce, homemade tomato sauce, which was super exciting. I did get a nice scar from canning pickles. We're growing cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, bell peppers, strawberries, and I think blueberries. Ooh. All of those sound good. I won't lie. I like the taste of a lot of fruit. Something about the texture of fruit. Just. I really want to move somewhere and get land to plant food. Yeah, that's the dream. We live in an apartment, and so you know you can get like small little planters. You can grow your own little vegetable garden in, and I really want to do that. That sounds like a lot of fun. But you know, time, effort, money. You can get the land. The area I'm at has good land, and not much else. You know, I'm all right where I'm at right now. I have fiber internet. I might stick with that. I was so excited to get fiber internet. Internet is better than fresh food. It's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. I could go to Target and get some pots, some planters, and start growing like cherry tomatoes and things in my backyard. But the whole self-sustaining lifestyle is really appealing to me. Excuse me. It does seem really cool. I need to go find more subreddits about that kind of thing. I know I follow the homesteading subreddit, and I have a whole bunch of books on like homesteading and back when Humble Bundle used to do those kinds of book bundles. I know they still do book bundles. I just haven't checked on them in a while. The water here is really good. The water here is really good too. KP and I bought a zero filter, a zero water filter, which is a little overkill, but you know, why not? But as it turns out, our water isn't actually that heavy. I think the TDS meter read like 42 last time I checked it, which is crazy low, honestly. But you can still drink straight out of the tap. Totally fine. A lot of work out of a natural underground supply. I don't know if the city filters our water. I know it is done through the city, but I don't know if they... Not on county mains, just a private well? Fancy schmancy. On. Super common here. Unless near the actual town. Got it. Town. What is the... Did I make things unbreakable on accident? What are the console commands? Forest. Console command. God mode, bill hack, cancel out ghosts. Survival, save. Oh, there's a save command. Cut down trees. I could there's a console command I could just type in cut down 50% of trees. That game mode, no. Vegan mode, no. Iron Forest. I might have turned that on. Good for frames? Yeah, it'll be terrible for frames to start with, but here, let me see. I turn off Iron Forest. Got my tablet drivers running on my computer after some Chaon and Chamad. Good stuff. I got my go back to the house and save and I got my pie hole working again. I messed with it for quite a while and didn't really make any progress until I ended up on the AUR Arch Linux page and read a whole thread of conversation, and it was... I didn't get much out of it other than, did you follow the wiki? And so I went to the wiki page and I checked out the wiki, and it was like, oh yeah, here's the example configuration file for light TPD. I was like, all right, cool. So I copied that, and it just worked. Yeah, it just worked. It was frustrating, and I don't know. All right. Let me search for find in page mode. Builder mode, no. Vegetarian mode, vegan mode. Regrow mode, raw meat mode. Type Iron Forest, okay. Iron. Paleo mode. Whoops, I don't want to join a game. What am I doing? Oh, I crashed it. Play the forest. Paleo mode. Damn. Raw water mode. Heck yeah, man. I am not drinking raw water. Not today. Not today. Okay. I think I got everything working again. Fingers crossed, at least. Let's do multiplayer host game. There we go. Continue. Start. And there we go. The Juicero CEO became a raw water advocate. What happened to the game? Welcome back. I quit back to main menu so I could turn off raw. Excuse me. So I could turn off Iron Forest mode. I think I turned on Iron Forest, which was you can't destroy buildings. And then while I was doing that, I crashed the game. So, fingers crossed now I can break my stuff. Because it was kind of inconvenient that I couldn't. That gate is crunchy. That gate is very crunchy. Gate ASMR when? How do I check? That log level, show game stats. Check if Iron Forest is on. I will get 2 XLRs and an AG06 just to make ASMR clarinet flax. Blonde ASMR. Believe? No, belief? Belief. Let music burn. Oppity. Never give up. Oppity. We love Oppity. Can't believe it came back to Oppity. Damn it. Find wood table and drop 2 pebbles tied to strings. That's how they sound. It's just the funniest shit to me. It's funny. It is. I don't know what they were trying to go for. Was it opportunity? Is that what they were actually trying to go for? Or were they just making shit up? Guessing opportunity. Yeah, I would imagine it's opportunity. Let's see what we got on the map. Go this way. I'm tired. I'm tired of working on the base there. It is misspelled opportunity since they also misspelled dreams and drum. Oh, excuse me, as Dryams. All right. Whoops. Totally was not paying attention there. I have... Where's that? Where are blondes from? You know if that was intentional. I think that's my question. Is that intentional or no? The instructions are in clunky English. Okay. They're from China. All right. Oh, look at these tents. Can't carry any more sticks. It all makes sense now. It's just... Uh-oh. Okay. JP says, she needs some help, so I guess we're going to intermission. Give me just a second. Okay. Nope, don't want to join a game. Is there a way to check? there a way to check if Iron Forest is on? Can we look that up? Check if Iron Forest is enabled. It was discovered that a Yiga member can steal the Master Sword from the pedestal. What? That seems like a flaw. And it would make the Master Sword unobtainable. That seems like a enormous flaw. Let me text Timon King real quick. How does a Yiga even... Hey, Brad's Gaming, thanks for follow. How does a Yiga even spawn in the forest? The odds of this are next to impossible since you need to bring a Yiga enemy. So you have to trick him into following you out there. Okay. Options. Do I have gameplay, allow building destruction on? If I allow building destruction, and I break this sucker because it's stuck. Timon King says he will not make it tonight, so we're gonna spend some time exploring. Is that allow building destruction on? Probably what I want. Ooh, I can make ghost buildings. Explore the butthole? I'd have to get down there. I'd have to get down there. We've got to go... I can go over there and we can finish making our way around the butthole. But I'd have to go through the caves to get there. Video linked. Oh, there's a video demonstrating the whole process. Got it. Have to check that out. I'm intrigued. Here we go. Here it is. Behold. Butthole. You can see our little hut over there. Glorious. Beautiful. So you can see I made my way all the way east. And I see a cave entrance there. I know there's some cave entrances underwater. I have spent a little bit of time on the wiki. I haven't spent too much time looking stuff up because I do still want to do this mostly on my own. But I really needed to figure out how to get to the map. That was the biggest part. That was the biggest piece. But now we have it. Oh. Okay. Ink. Aha, there we go. All right. We got it. I totally forgot about stream labels. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's so many. Oh no. Whoops. This. Okay. Okay, that's 3 arrows. Good. They can't get me out here. Yeah, they're thick. They're thick, and there are a lot of them. And then there's that guy. Oh, oh my gosh. What kind of inbreeding happens on an island to create those? I don't know. I don't want to know. I won't pretend to know. But I'm gonna walk away. Go back and get this arrow. Dead now? Yep. Okay. They're still following me. Can I get to that stuff out there? Probably, right? That's what I'm supposed to build a boat for, isn't it? Dang it, Timon King screwed me over. Built the boat inside our little lagoon. Nearly 50 followers. Yup, I know. I know, it's so close. I need one more. One more, and then I can become an affiliate. I'm so excited. Yeah, for affiliate. One more. I've been in the works. I've been talking to Pixel about a picture and a banner and a couple of emotes if I can think of some. But what does that do for me? That means that I will be able to start making money doing this. I could do this as a job, not necessarily as like my primary job, but I could make money off of subscriptions. I could run ads on my channel. I have access to bits. I can do channel points. Channel points are I'm very excited for. It'll let me do like I can't have subs until I'm affiliate. No, you cannot have subs until you're an affiliate. I mean, you probably could do it somewhere else. Right, like you could probably set up something, but to subscribe to somebody on Twitch, yes, you have to be they have to be an affiliate. There's a list of conditions that need to be met. Like a stream for a certain number of days per month. I think it's 7 days a month, 8 days a month. Streamlabs, I think, might let you do monetizing stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, I think they do. They do some stuff like merch. I don't know how much monetization Streamlabs lets you. I can't really use Streamlabs OBS. I had to find a wrapper for stream labels to get it to work. There's donations through it. Okay, there you go. How long is the process for affiliate? At the very least, 8 days. Because you have to stream for 8 different days. I can probably pull it up. 5 years, yeah. 8 days. No, that's not right. 7 days, 8 hours, I think it is. I don't know if Twitch is going to tell me here. Let me Google it for you. Let me Google that for you. Twitch affiliate program. I know it's 50 followers. 50 followers, an average of 3 viewers over the last 30 days. Stream 7 days out of the last 30 days. And stream 8 hours out of the last 30 days, I think. I'm actually really close. I think I need one more, just one more follower. That's all I need. Actually, I had been sub 3 average viewers for quite a while. When I started doing this back in February, my average was through the roof, considering that I only had like 20 followers at the time. I was averaging like 5 or 6 per stream, which was really exciting for me. The problem was that I wasn't, I didn't have the follower count to back it up. And so kind of in the middle, in like April and May, things kind of fell off, and I was at about a 2 average. Recently it's come way back up, and I'm super excited about that. But I think I do have 50 followers. But I think what has happened is that it's matched up. KP got locked out of one account and made another account. So I think it's matched up those accounts based on the username, and it's counting one of them as a bot. I think that's what happened. And so even if I have 50 followers on Twitch, 49 of them count towards my follower count for affiliate. Which is fine. But man, if I could get that one more, I would be so hype. It's every kid's dream, right? Make money playing video games. I'm not expecting to make a whole lot of money. I'm not expecting to make a whole lot of anything. It would just be cool to be like, oh yeah, I'm a Twitch affiliate. I can make money off of that stuff. I've had people ask before why they can't like subscribe to me or donate, which is always a really good feeling. Like that's more than I ever expected when I started, was people to enjoy my stuff enough to be like, I want to give you money. How do I give you money? Can you donate on Twitch? Can you? I think you can. Maybe not. Maybe it's just subscription. Yes, as an affiliate, yes. Streamlabs, yes. Okay. Answer is yes. You can donate. There's cheers too. Yes. Cheers with bits, which are worth 1 cent. I know that much. Can I can't carry the pot? How do I carry the pot? Oh, I have a pot. No wonder I can't carry the pot. What's worth 1 cent? Bits. Single bit. You can do a cheer, and a single bit is worth 1 cent. So if you cheer with like 100 bits, that's worth $1. I'm totally new to Twitch. That's okay. I need to equip this inventory. Do that sucker. Light it on fire. What's a cheer then? It's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of like a donation, but with a different, with a Twitch specific currency. Drink. With Twitch lingo, yeah. Inventory. Marigold. Inventory, I need to do this number again when I get cold. Damn, I really gotta go find food. Did I find any snacks? I found a snack. I found 1 snack. Ah, I got it. I think it's so you don't have to worry about reading out, wow, thanks for the 2,000 yen, so-and-so. You know, it's fun. I have watched streams before where someone got donated to with currency he didn't recognize, and he was like, thanks for the 50. What is that? Can't carry any more booze. Electrical tape as always. 2 snacks. Inventory. Equip this. Light it. I will say Twitch is very slow to update that stuff. To update the Oh, I'm at the boat. Thanks for the 250 rupees, Hylian Guard through 1337. Isn't yen a lot lower than US at the moment? I think so. It fluxes. But like I was saying, I think I know Twitch is really slow about updating the that kind of info. I know I have to, whenever I get follows on, see if here, when I got follows on Twitch, I have to wait like a half a day before it shows up on my my affiliate. My affiliate checklist. 109.65 yen to the Americano Dolan. Okay, we filled out some of the map. Oh, I see a cave entrance out there. On the map. Now we gotta go this way-ish. Oh, I covered myself in mud. That's nice. We just follow the coast. Should be alright. Got some aloe vera. Good. Need to find food. How did the ropes into the cave get there? Is that ever explained? I don't know why I'm thinking about it now. I feel like it's not explained. Good question. Yeah, like, I didn't put it there. Mostly looking for cave entrance. But this all, I think, is close to home, so probably shouldn't be here, though I should go back home. Go back home, get food, head back out. Where I caught fish the last time? No, I don't think so. that? I can't eat. This all looks really familiar. Looks like I should recognize. Yup, cut down trees. Definitely close to home. Wonder I recognize it. Added notes. Okay. On my to-do list right now. The same stuff. All this food talk makes me want Taco Bell. Up to you, man. Get Taco Bell if you want. Get a quesarito. Good. Can I've been drinking. What, you can't order Taco Bell? When do you not want Taco Bell? Can I've been drinking, which is also why I want Taco Bell. Yeah, why can't you just like Uber Eats or Grubhub or DoorDash? There are so many food delivery services. You blueberries? You're blackberries. You're dead to me. Uber 8. Too much yen. Alright, inventory. I will equip this. Bag a whole bunch of blueberries to take with us. We always have at least something. Never enough yen. Hey, Yukivtube. Thanks for the follow. I think I have it now. That's 50. I think that's it. Yukiv, I think you just helped me hit the last goal I needed. For affiliate. So a very big, warm, and sincere thank you. That's a big one. We were just talking about that. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, I'm giddy now. Oh, man. I gotta, like I said, Twitch is really slow about updating that stuff, so I gotta wait until tomorrow. But should be there. I think they send out an email too, telling you, hey, you made it. You did it. I'm so happy for me. Oh, that's super exciting. It is really funny. We were just talking about it. Oh, yep, there's the link to the Discord. We also have Chaos if you want to drop the link to the YouTube channel as well. All of the VODs are up on YouTube. I think there's a couple more coming out. There should be a new episode of The Forest coming out tomorrow. I think it's The Forest. I think it's the other solo stream I did. There we go. The last solo stream I did where I went into the caves and we noped the hell out of there. I was like, I'm never doing this again by myself. So for now, I'm gonna hunt for cave entrance. That's important. I will do a celebratory puppy cam here in a moment, though. If I can get somewhere relatively safe. Because it sounds like the puppies need... Guess you'll need to catch up? Yeah! Definitely if you want to. We're not as far as I'd like to be, but at the same time, you know, Timon King, who is the other person that's usually playing this with me, Timon King and I are both going into this game blind. Nowhere is safe here. Well, maybe it's safe in the cold, right? But give me just a second. We will... Oh, man. All right. Cold up here. You're cold and wet. Build a fire to get dry. Come down off this mountain. Cora is squeaking. She says it is. It is time. It's time for puppy cam. So, let's come back out here. Should be it. Dry enough out here. Oh, you know what? Let's go into that house over there. They'll never go inside their houses. Hear you, Cora. I hear you. Dang it. I was hoping to avoid safe in their houses. Yeah. They'll never think to go inside their own houses. One down. Is that enough to scare them off? Oh. Oh, I missed that. Oh. Got him. Okay. Safe is a state of mind. I mean, I guess it is. At the same time, it's also like a state of physical being, right? Like, it's definitely a real thing. Okay. Excuse me, sir. Hey, Hopper, what's up? I am about to go get the puppies once I deal with this. It's puppy cam. We made it to 50. We are officially affiliate capable. So give me just a second. Let me switch this cam. Oh, one. Oh. Here we go. Hey, Pixel, what's up? You might go to bed soon. It's puppy cam time. We made it. We did it. We got our 50 follows. Yeah, 50 follows. It's time. It is. This is celebratory puppy cam. I should be eligible. That's the word. Eligible for affiliate tomorrow. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna close this door then. Alright. Cute little rascals. Yeah, they are certainly rascals. Oh. Certainly rascals. KP is upcycling her new dresser right now. She's painting the drawers. And Cora just ran off into her bedroom where she's painting. You know, with the open can of paint. So definitely a rascal. You need to do some running. Needed some attention. I told y'all. Look at this. Look at this. I told y'all we'll be safe in their houses. They won't even think to check in here. They won't even think. That would be one heck of a mess. It almost as bad as when they step in their own poop. And then track it around the house. That's nasty. And it's just a hassle to clean up. And I mean, like, it's the same spots too that they track it in. And I've been borrowing my parents' carpet cleaner, and I at one point was running it over the same spot every day because they kept tracking poop through the same spot in the house. I'd clean it up and they'd be like, no, let me smear some poop on that. Where did bird get in here? Oh, pets. Yeah, pets. Sometimes. Sometimes, man, dogs poop. What they do. Ew, cute puppy though. Yeah, she's very cute. There's another one, but I only have 2 hands right now. I'll go get him in a moment. Pets are just poop factories. I mean, so are kids, right? Humans. Everything living is just a poop factory, right? Like, food goes in, poop comes out. You love her, you want to pet her. Yeah, she's very soft. Very soft. She gets even softer when she lets you brush her, which is not very often. She hates being brushed. Hates it. Don't know why. I don't know what it is. Like, we've never had a dog that hated being brushed so much. She just hates it. One of the dogs I had growing up would just like lay on he just lays on the ground if you start brushing. All right, cool. This is where I'll be for the rest of the afternoon. Just brush me. So weird. You know that thing about people looking like their pets? Oh no. We have the same hair going on? Yeah. Yeah, we actually shaved her because it was getting bad. We had to shave her, but we haven't found a groomer that we liked, so we just took the clippers to her hair ourselves. She gets feral. She looks like a wild animal. Facts. Oh man. All right, Corey, you hear that? We have the same hair. Just go to a human barber. Yeah. We get Cinnamon groomed at Petco. Feels we have to cut Kylo's hair all the time. Yup. They do a really good job. The guinea pig, not the Sith-ish guy. Yeah. I figured it was the guinea pig. Guinea pig. Petco is supposedly pretty good. Depends on the location, though. I don't know if we've got our groom. We tried PetSmart, I think we tried. It wasn't great. But also, we didn't do a full groom. We just did, like, the puppy introduction. So they did her nails and trimmed up her face a little bit. Just a little bit to get her used to the sights and sounds. Hi. Are you gonna say hello? PetSmart was the one in the news recently that killed a tiny doggo. What? I'll have to look that up. Oh no, that's terrifying. Come here. Alright. It's your brother's turn. Oh. And here is Little Bit. This is Little Man. What are you doing? He's very small. He is a baby. He's like 4 months old. He's very young. He's very floopy. He's very soft. His hair's a little bit wirier than hers. More wiry. I don't know. I don't know what the right word. He is adorable. He's adorable. He's a little escape artist. He's learned how to climb over the small baby gate. And he's also learned how to climb out of the little playpen. And so we can't where this little boy is a mini poodle. So he has hair as well. Cora is a multi-poo. Casper is a mini poo. A moodle, he's a moodle. He's a manoodle. I was saying if we weren't neutering them, then their babies would be multi-poo-poos. And it cracks KP up. She laughs. Oh, come here. Oh, come here. You goofy. Big man did it. I did. I did. Everything always goes back to poo with you. I mean, it's funny. It's objectively funny. Oh no, Pixel. Rude it is. I'm gonna have to tone down Phantom a little bit. I'm gonna have to tell him to chill out. I'll go mess with the settings later. There we go. There it is. I put 5 emotes. All right, I'll go check the settings. 5 seems like five seems like too few. Phantom more like KGB. Boom, unfunny. Oof. Phantom is vicious. Not nearly as vicious as Pixel's bot though. Pixel's bot has it out for Marlin. 25 emote minimum. That's a little high, I think. I feel like 10 or 15. 10 or 15 is probably reasonable. Nightbot is a hussy. Oh no. Marlin's breaking out the big guns. But I'm gonna go rounds. I'm gonna go rounds with Nightbot. Bouncer bot when? Oh, I could have named it Bouncer bot. Heck. Nightbot is a little bitch. Gonna have a Twitch boxing match against Nightbot. Hey, be my guest. Hi. Are you gonna say hello? You wanna say hello to everybody? You good now? Gorilla in Manila too. Is he dirty or is his fur just black? That's just the color of his fur. That's just what he looks like. AP had originally thought to call him Pepper because of his color pattern. But we decided on Casper. We thought Casper. Oh! Well, he's out there now. Celebratory ice cream. He's out there now. He said, I'm done. I'm done. Puppy cam is enough. Puppy cam's over. He gone. He jumped. He was gone. Ice cream? Yeah. Casper. Casper. Kasper. because Korra was Korra. And we thought it would be fun to do A as well. Let me turn that on and let me go back to stream. All right. I guess I need to create up some emotes. We're getting there. Did that guy just die? Something's out there. Inspired by Avatar? Yeah, kinda. The spelling was inspired by Avatar. I know KP really liked the name Korra anyway, and so she was super excited to use that. But she wanted it C-O-R-A, and I was like, no. We just finished. Oh no! Big F. Like I gotta break out the celebratory insert liquor here for the 6th. Oh yeah, man. Damn. I gotta get my stuff back now. The middle of the night. It's a good thing I wasn't. Well, I guess I was kind of far away. F's in chat. We goofed it up. Anyway, yeah. So KP was a fan of Korra already, but she wanted it C-O-R-A. But we had just finished The Legend of Korra, and I was like, no, if you're gonna use Korra, you gotta go K-O-R-R-A. And I finally talked her into it. She was like, all right, fine. And it stuck, and I don't know if she would trade it for C-O-R-A at this point. It's a good name. It is. It's a good dog name. Casper's a fun name too. K and double R makes more sense linguistic. Haven't got my email yet. Oh, Verizon App Manager just is now trying to bribe me into downloading the McDonald's app by offering me a free large fry when I download the McDonald's app. Sounds legit. Gotta head out. Good night and congrats again. Thanks, Grummel. Take it easy, man. Rest up. We'll get our stuff back from that gator. I hope he's not there. I want to just get my stuff and go. I don't see it. I don't see it. I put cream cheese in my dinner tonight. So good, but a huge mistake for me. Oh no. I've been using this Violife, just like cream cheese, is what they call it. And it's decent. But it's mostly coconut oil. So it does the job. What did you eat? It was rice, ground beef, garlic, onions, tomato sauce, cream cheese. First cow protein. Yeah. Heck. Anything that comes from a cow. Oh, hit it twice. Got it. Yeah, I need a substitute. Violife, just like cream cheese. You might try that. I don't know if it's gonna be exactly what you need. Let's wear 10 lizards. But it'll do something for you. Am I a fan of oat milk? Yes, absolutely. It is it's usually my go-to substitute. I think I prefer oat milk and then soy milk after that. Replace milk with oat milk or soy milk. Yeah. It's good. It's really good in coffee. I remember originally when I was trying to switch away from milk, because it hurts, it sucks, and I was tired of it. My mom tried to talk me out of it. She was like, I've had oat milk before and it tastes like dirt. And then I drank oat milk and I was like, it just tastes like the ghost of oatmeal. Imagine being bovine intolerant. Hey man, it happens, okay? Coffee place at my job doesn't offer soy, sadly, but they offer oat milk. So I get that. I can't. One of our local places offers soy milk, but I don't know of anywhere nearby that offers oat milk. I think all of the Starbucks around here offer almond milk, if anything, which is okay, but it's not ideal. Oh, jeez. Starbucks offers everything. Our Starbucks don't, which is really frustrating because I think every grocery store out here sells oat milk. All vegan cheeses are at the same level or worse than standard Japanese. I thought oat milk was common. Oat milk is getting there, but vegan cheese, I've been worried to try it. Most of the vegan cheese I've tried has been mostly coconut oil. All Starbucks needs to bring back is that midnight mocha frappe. Mint chocolate hours. Fair enough. Damn, we lost all of our map progress because we died. Just give me dining hall coffee and chocolate milk with some mint. Heck yeah. How do we make the cold suit? The warm suit. Warm suit is a rabbit skin, deer skin, boar skin. Is that a bear? Is that a bear skin that I need? Pink drink is good. Star drink is great. It's too good. Imagine forgetting where you've been. Nerf. Alright. Someone tell me not to put a hot toddy in my mug tomorrow at work. You know, I can't tell you what to do. You do whatever you want. Of course, your job might not like it, but I'm not your job. Don't do that. All right, Hopper's the voice of reason. Okay, give me a second. Give me 1 second. I have to go check something real quick, but I will be right back. Brief intermission. Hold on. I would play ads, but haven't been invited yet. And we're back. a hot toddy. Oh, wait. Hot toddy is tea and whiskey. About to bring a flask with Disaronno. It didn't hit me that I'm a healthcare provider until last night. Disaronno is good. Yes, I agree. My family and I actually make our own knockoff amaretto with vodka and sugar and almond extract, actually. My coworker brought a hard cider yesterday. I was like, that's a brilliant idea. You know, fair. Is a farm tech really that important? I mean, kinda. I would imagine. Hot toddy it is. I'll link a hot toddy recipe in Discord. Okay. Please, everybody says please post it. Dark and Stormy is the best drink. Pixel says yeah, I did send you that recipe. We really like it. Posted. Dark and Stormy is amazing. Ginger beer is just great though. I really need to buy ginger, do something with it. I think I made a whole bunch of those for Sea of Thieves stream. Ooh. Got paid in beer yesterday. Yeah, you did. Did you work on the new Mad Max? Did I work on the new Mad Max? I did offer to pay my dad in beer to help me fix some stuff at my house. An acceptable form of payment until I hit 30 and then just hire movers. Yeah, fair enough. I offered to pay my dad in beer to help me fix some stuff around the house. I was at Trader Joe's and I found a local brewery. Say local, it's like 3 hours from that particular Trader Joe's I was at, but they made this really weird limited, it's a blueberry vanilla wheat beer. I have a friend who worked at Anheuser-Busch and they gave him free beer. I can see that. I can see that. I pan rice, but most never accept. How much rice does life advice cost? Question. What is the rice price on life advice? Depends on the scale. 1 to 25 kilos. They wanted him to host parties and give his friends free beer so they would buy it. Hey, I mean, that textbook influencer. That's what that is. I got 23 kilograms. My rice stock is full. Yeah, no, that is what being an influencer is. Over 50 pounds of rice? Ooh. Not enough rice. Cook it all, right now. I think I have less than a pound. It doesn't even fill up the container we have to put it in. I only have one cooker. Just, I don't know, put it in like a big casserole dish. Or several casserole dishes, or like a baking tray or something. I don't know. Like Budweiser. I'm having some friends over. Not this weekend, but next weekend. And I'm planning to go to Trader Joe's, buy a whole bunch of their, oh geez, hello, goodbye, a whole bunch of their Trader Jose's lager. I don't know if I want to do the light or just the regular. Corona's great. Yingling is goated. My first legal was a Yingling. Oh, fun. Mine was a Not Your Father's Mountain Ale. Back when Not Your Father's made Mountain Ale. My first legal beer was Bud Light and it was shit. Yeah, and I'm sure you never drank Bud Light again, did you? Mine was an expired Coors Light. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Yingling is good. Corona is great with lime. You gotta get the lime. You gotta do the lime. Not at all. Never again. Remember the Guinnesses I got you? I don't. I can't say I do. Which is unfortunate because Guinness. Guinness is actually making nitro cold brew coffee right now. Had no idea. One of the grocery stores here sells it. Gotta try it. Gotta do it at some point. Any other good beers you like? I'm telling you, Cake, you got a Trader Joe's, go get Trader Jose's lager. That's the go-to. That's the play. I think it was my 22nd birthday. You got it in cans, but for some odd reason they tasted like ass. Few years later, my dad found them and drank it. Trader Joe's everything is good. Trader Joe's got a lot of good stuff. They have dark chocolate peanut butter cups, like the Reese's, but dark chocolate. Oh, they're so much better. I don't know what it is. It's probably just that it's dark chocolate. I really like chocolate. Oh, you know what? Marlon, now that you mention it, actually, they're the ones that had like the cork in the bottom, right? Trader Joe's light lager. Yeah, I would say definitely add lime to that one too, like you would a Corona. If you try that one. I haven't tried the regular lager, so I can't vouch for that one. I know the dark lager is okay. Pretentious craft ones, but I'll say my top three are sour made with kelp, a cherry ambrosia beer, and a PBR with maraschino cherry. PBR's hard coffee. Surprisingly good. It was the one with the little marble in it. Yeah. A good VA brand is Vienna Lager. Yes. Devil's Backbone, Vienna Lager. You can get behind that. Devil's Backbone, also the gold leaf, I think. Devil's Backbone is a great choice. I'm trying to think of what else we have. What else is over there? Blue Mountain Brewery. I need to pull out my Untapped list. When it comes to beer, I only really drink Yingling and Bud. Oh, come on, man. Branch out. Try some craft stuff. Bold Rock is also out there. They're cider, of course. Drink a Peach by Blue Mountain is amazing. Try a Guinness. Expand to good shit. What do I have in here? What do I have on my... I don't have much on my Untapped. Let me check. Oops, that's the wrong app. I know... That's still the wrong app. Marlon has quite a bit on his. I know Defog has quite a bit on his. And a Mexican hot chocolate beer that had ghost pepper in it. Ooh. Guinness is like food. I'm a fan of porters and stouts. So, Raven's Roost. Raven's Roost is a good one. A little bit different. The Arctic Pale Ale, I think it is. By what is that company? What is that brewery? Marlon, what's that brewery? With the Arctic Pale Ale. I have, what beer am I thinking of? I have the Icelandic, Einstock. Einstock is the one I'm thinking of. Yep. The Arctic Pale Ale. They have an Arctic Berry Ale? Oh, I need to try that. Oh, man. Yeah, anything Einstock I think has been good. I like their stuff. They have a toasted porter? Ooh. I want to try the Wee Heavy. I want to try their Wee Heavy. Bar I go to is beer only, so it helps. Yeah, and they like themselves some weird beers too. Berry flavored stuff seems interesting. Not a huge fan of IPAs. I am not either. What have I had? Hold on, let me check mine. Newton's Folly, I had. That one was good. Oh, the Allagash White was good. Southern Tier Brewing made a creme brulee imperial double milk stout, which is crazy. It's heavy, super sweet. There's also Old Busthead makes a caramel macchiato stout. If you're also looking for beer lists and stream links, all right. Old Busthead makes a good caramel macchiato stout if you're looking for something to sip on after dinner. Don't drink it with dinner. It's too sweet for that, and the flavor profile is wrong for dinner, I would imagine. I misread that as Steam links. They also did recently an orange vanilla caramel macchiato. It's mostly me just me rating ones I drink, so there's ones I don't like on there too. I'm trying to think of what else I've had. I can't think of anything. I know my dad and I have homebrewed a couple of things that I've really enjoyed. The Northern Brewer Caribou Slobber is really good if you're into stouts. There's a Nut Brown Ale. Their Irish Red is really good too. And we made one more. Orange Golden, I think. It's literally a weekday, and now I want to just start cracking out beers. Thanks, y'all. Go for it. It's past 5. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? It doesn't matter if it's a weeknight. You just drink one or two, and you're fine. You just wake up in the morning, and I grabbed my first beer of the night. There you go. I'm drinking rum and coke. I gotta get myself some beer, I think. Had an Earl Grey brown ale once. Ooh, interesting. That's different. I got to drink cocktails on work hours yesterday. Oh, I bet that was awesome. Drunk for sure. I know Pixel occasionally gets her company will get them alcohol at work. Earl Grey ale does sound freaking weird, but I would try it. Beers is one of those I'd try anything once kind of things. Might make a cranberry vodka and grape juice. Up to you, man. It was weird, but it's my fave tea, so I'm biased. Every time they have a random celebration, we get beers, ciders, and wines. I shouldn't drink purely because I have a doctor thing in the next 48 hours. Yeah, probably not. Recent acquisitions showed, so they shipped us all mixers and encouraged us to add our own spirits. That's neat. I'd literally try any drink once. Drunk Sea of Thieves stream. That would be fun. I was wrong, I didn't actually have to leave. You've missed So much alcohol talk. Sea of Thieves would be great. Yeah, Marlon and I did play Sea of Thieves together once. There was some terrible shanties. Some a little more drunkenly sung than others. 9% doesn't taste 9%. Oh shit, I missed it. It's on the YouTube channel. If you want to go see it, it's on the YouTube channel. Only drink rum during the Sea of Thieves stream. I was drunk, I think. I'm sure you were drunk. But I love shanties. Well, we're not good at singing. Neither of us is gonna quit our day jobs to start singing. We'll put it that way. I have a cat now, though. Hey, there's that. What rum you drink? We talked about it. Was it last time? I have a bottle of Kraken downstairs. You think pirates could sing? Exactly. Well, you gotta. That's why they all sang, right? That way, when all of them sang, it sounded fine. Kraken is delicious. Kraken is delicious. I'm telling y'all. Those of y'all that can do it, put a shot of amaretto in your next rum and coke. I'm done with aristocrat. Follow your dreams. Become a sea shanty spouting jazz club singer. That's a combination. I'm not a rum guy, but Bacardi Gold is my pick. I'd kill to be a noir jazz club singer. Bacardi is cool. I think it was the Bacardi. I think my dad actually went to the Bacardi factory. He has his own bottle that he sealed. Excuse me. There's a local place that makes organic dark rum called Topo. Or a noir detective trying to solve some dame's case. Aristocrat do be affordable though. It do be, but sucks ass. Yeah, it's affordable, but there's a reason it's affordable. It tastes affordable, we'll just say that. Smoothest stuff I've ever had? Oh man. Oh, you know what else we've made? We've also made apple cider. We've made our own hard apple cider, and we also made our own hard cherry cider. Let me tell you, that cherry cider turned out much harder than we expected. I drank one bottle of it, and I was like, man, I'm a little woozy. I wasn't sure why, because we anticipated that, like the apple cider, it would come out like 5%. It came out, I think my dad did the math on it and found that it's like 14%. So one bottle of 14% cider. Burnett's vodka gave me the worst nightmare of my life. No, I would definitely cut a few toes off before drinking aristocrat straight again. Well, the way Cake drank it wasn't much. Cake drank it wasn't much different than just drinking it straight. It's cheap as shit. Yeah, it's cheap as shit. That's why you bought it. I rest my case. It still tastes cheap as shit. Again, it tastes affordable. St. Revy's Cookout, I wish I could have. Oh, at Revy's Cookout, I wish I could have had Jay's Moonshine. Oh yeah, I had to drive. I had to drive. You got a point. I do have a mason jar full of root beer moonshine at my parents' house that I gotta drink. I'm not sure what that's gonna taste like. They saw it. Root beer was my go-to soda when I drank soda. So I imagine that's why they picked the root beer flavor moonshine. You got a point. Yeah, I got a point. Aristocrat's cheap. Cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. I got moonshine the other day. How'd that work out for you? What is this? What? The lighting there. My uncle makes legit. Oh no, makes legal moonshine. Is that legal or like? Oh, okay. So he's. I think you've told me about that before. That sounds familiar. Oh no! Oh no! 1, 2. We are not. This is not. I'm not okay with that. Not okay with anything that just occurred there. There are so many of them. They make awful noises. Awful noises. Where am I? There's a boat back here. Or something. Is that our boat? Too far off the map. Oh. I remember a certain younger man tearing up because we bought some Not Your Father's for him to have at our house. Oh. Oh yes, let me just swim with the map out. That sounds like a great idea. Gotta get this rabbit. I need a rabbit skin. Got it. Okay. He was like, "You got this for me?" I can hear it. We need more lychee liquors. More like LHS. Lichess? Lichess. Leave it to Cake to bring up chess in a stream about the forest. Dude's addicted to chess. Yeah. Wow, yeah. Oh yeah, I need to visit the sake brewery in town. I'll go with you. I'll make time to go out there. That sounds like a good time. I actually met, there is, I'll never not read it as Lich S, like a female Lich. Yeah. Please do. Okay. I'll try to make some time. No, I met, well, I personally didn't meet, but the chemistry department at the undergrad I went to hosted the girl that started the testing company, the alcohol testing company for that city. And she does all of the testing for all of the breweries in town. Super cool. Someone asked her, was that the question? Someone asked her if she got a lot of business or like what was the weirdest thing people bring to her. He was like, well, there's a sake brewery in town and I do testing for them too. I was like, oh yeah, I remember Marlon mentioning that because it's the town that I used to live outside of, the city I used to live outside of. Like, oh, that's super cool. Me and the SO's first drunk date was a bottle of sake. Go. I need to find a place. Well, I guess I need to go out there. I need to buy and bring home a bottle of sake. I need to find like a cheap cheap bottle of sake, right? Because it's not necessarily for drinking, more so for cooking with. I found a recipe for homemade teriyaki sauce that requires soy sauce, sake, and a little bit of mirin. Sake is complicated to make. I kind of know how to make a low alcohol one, but I have neither the time nor the ingredients. There are places around here that sell mirin. So, that cheap flavor Korean stuff Brendan always had. Soju? Maybe. Koji scares me too much to fuck with it. Menus. Mirin is good. Mirin is good. Koji... I need to import mirin and sake. That sounds like a lot of work. Is it that, Brendan? Yes. Menu. Oh, yes. Yeah. Menus, Brendan. Yes. Ah, what the heck? Oh, there's two of them! Keep going. Walk away. Oh, menus? I make menus. I accept stream... Hopper and I were in the same introductory computer science class. We took all of our computer science classes together, basically. But we were in this computer science class with this guy who ended up on my team for the final project. And his team and my team sat next to each other because he and I sat next to each other in the lab. And this guy, I asked him to cover the menus. Our final project was make a game. Make like a roguelike game. He was like, menus? I make menus. I accept Steam trading cards as payment. One trading card, one menu. Like, all right, dude. Anytime I was like, hey, Brendan, I need a menu, he'd be like, menu? We were roommates for 2 years. Don't toss me out like that. Hey, man, it's all about anonymity, all right? I'm not tossing you out. I'm not tossing you out is what I'm doing. The final projects from all the undergrad stuff. Heck, the final projects, especially all the group stuff. Yeah, we had some rough group projects. I know my senior capstone project was rough. We had one person not really do much of anything, which was frustrating. Doxed. Yeah. It's okay. I'm not too terribly worried about. I'm streaming on Twitch, right? Like my face is on the internet. I use the same username everywhere, right? Based in doxed. Mr. Menu had a bad OS group. Yeah. One member of my capstone group did literally nothing. Yeah, we had someone do pretty much, and it sucked. It was really frustrating. You know what else was frustrating was doing OS. My OS group was great. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Hopper and I were in the same OS group. I don't know who it was. Someone force pushed over. Oh, this was also before we knew how to use Git. Couldn't even get blame on them. Bummer. This was before we knew how to use Git, and I remember my professor being like, "Oh yeah, you should make this. You should give this parameter a default value." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I made the change. I committed it, and I pushed it. And I remember getting back my report for that subsection of the project, and it was like, "You didn't add a default parameter." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about? I did that. You watched me do it. You sat there when I typed it." So somehow someone force pushed over my change. Someone pushed before they pulled, and it was sad. It was sad, and I lost points for it. I'll message you. Probably my dumbass. Well, again, none of us knew how to use Git. I'm pretty sure that was like our first time using Git, in a class setting, which, in hindsight, probably not the right call. We probably should have been using Git a lot earlier. My OS group had a group Discord with a Git channel for figuring out the order. We actually... So, the company I work for, that was everyone's first time at Git. I used Git a little bit at, like, hackathons and stuff, but... So the company I work for, we work with some confidential data. And so we can't use Slack, we can't use Discord, we can't use anything like that, right? Because it's not an in-house server. They're not necessarily FERPA compliant or whatever whatever standards agency compliant. So instead we use IRC. A quote from the channel: git add files supposes community git commit git push most commonly. The amount of stuff I've learned since redacted undergrad teaching facility is incredible. It's crazy. You use IRC rip. Yeah. I really tried to get Mattermost, which is like Slack, but it's self-hosted. I really tried to talk them into Mattermost, and I just isn't happening. Because we have people at the company who aren't programmers that we still need to communicate with and still need to communicate with us. And they just IRC is not their thing, so they don't use it. Going to bed? Oh, he doesn't look like he's ready for bed.
He's ready. He's going to bed.
Rocket Chat too. Rocket Chat, we did talk about Rocket Chat. IRC, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Oh yes. Oh. Oh man. Oh. All right, Marlon, that's a shot. Take a shot when Casper pees somewhere he's not supposed to.
Is he doing it now?
Marlon says, "God damn it." Okay. I'm a man of my word. KP says she'll do it with you. We'll keep a tally. We'll keep a tally running. Anytime Casper pees somewhere he's not supposed to. I think this is one. This is the first. KP will do it with you when you get here. How much for that? We were going to bed? Yeah, not anymore. Man. Okay. Oh, what are the odds he poops next? I think we, did we, guys, it's Wednesday. Did we agree on anywhere Cora pees when she's not supposed to? Or was it just when she poops somewhere? I think we determined that it was whenever Cora poops somewhere she's not supposed to, because she's generally okay about peeing where she's supposed to. Shot one done. Oh, Marlon says either. So anywhere either of the dogs poop or pee where they're not supposed to. On stream. On stream. We will be. We will be.
No.
It's Frog Day. Grum, is that what you were getting at? Was Frog Day? Were you getting at something a little more important? Whoever named frogs got it right. Those things are frogs. Oh, man. What the fuck does that mean? It means that frog is the best name for them. It just seems weird to play drinking games on Wednesday. Well, that's why we were tallying it up so we could do it later. It means exactly what is said. Yeah, just frog is the perfect name for them. You know? Like, you could look at a frog now and be like, that's a frog. Like, if you didn't know it, you would just instinctively be like, oh, that's a frog. Oh, duh. It's technically almost my weekend and vacation week, so fuck it. Hoppy green ass thing. Yeah, fair enough. KP is also on weekend. She worked the first 3 days of the week. So she's got the next 4 days off. Hoppy green ass thing, that's what I would say. And you could call it a hoppy green ass thing. You could also look at a frog and be like, oh, yeah, I would call that a frog. Ask Cake about his frog campaign. Is that Spinock? Is Spinock the frog? Every day's a weekend when you're stuck at Neat Life. Oof. Okay, hold on. No, wait 1 sec. Spinock was a Warforged. Oh, okay. Does it count as being a Neat if you're looking for a job? Bro, I'm drunk. Are you still considered a Neat if you're looking for it? Not in education or employed or in training, technically. Probably. Philippe Waterdrop is his frog character. Does he speak in ribbits only? He needs to. I wanted to play, so the last time I played Frog Campaign as a one-off. No, don't be ridiculous. The last time I played D&D, I wanted to... Ooh. Drop. I wanted to make a character that... Hold on a sec. Oh, hold on just 1 second. Okay. But like I was saying, the last time I played D&D, I wanted to play something that seemed absolutely ridiculous, right? Like, seemed like it would be a terrible choice. And so I picked Kenku Bard, which apparently isn't terrible. So then I'd be stuck with a good character that can't talk, which would have been irritating. Like, I wanted it to be bad, and also just be a handicap to my team. But I don't know. All right. Pop says I need to play D&D again. I'm down to DM, honestly. Anything to get back in. Dude, I'd do that. I'd play if you were DMing. Can we do a one-off with you? Throw me into that shit, Grummel. I haven't played D&D in a long time. I could probably bring my old character, honestly. Just pretend he never died. I want to play a tabletop RPG, like Dark Fantasy or something. Heading to bed. Good night and congrats again. Thanks, Pixel. Take it easy. Rest up. Is there a D&D channel in Discord? Not yet. Not yet. What was my name? What was my character's name? I think it was like Akron Dalgo. I was an ASMR bard. I forgot. I want to play the new Reborn race, but flavored as a skeleton named Brum. I know my backstory for my character was Brum and I were scholars at the library. That was our collective background. Of course, our DM railroaded us into the death house. We were playing Anyway, we got railroaded in the death house and it killed me, and I was upset. Not only did it kill me, it killed me in the first combat. That's what really made me upset. Like, I got sucker punched. Yeah, you got fucked by a broom. Kate got locked in the broom closet and the broom beat the shit out of him. Fucking told you those kids were sus. We knew the kids were sus the whole time. I can do a run shot with pre-gen characters. It's not too hard. I've run 2 full campaigns in the past. Hey, that's fun. Yeah. If we can get an alright sized party going, that would be fine. I'd play that. It sounds like fun. Duh, I don't know where my parents are. Trustworthy children, apparently. Yeah, and then I was like, I want to ask the kids about their baby brother upstairs, and Liam was like, you can't do that. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, they don't know anything. Curse of Strahd, yes, that's what it was. I couldn't remember the name of the module. You could do that, we should do that. So upset. So upset. Kate got fucked by a broom, and then I got the shit kicked out of me. I got sucker punched by a living suit of armor, and it killed me. Like, no death saving throw. 150% of my health. Sucker punched me in the back of the head and killed me. Ironically, we were justified. Unironically, we were justified into murder hoboing those kids. We could have just walked away, but that wasn't an option, apparently. Roll 4d20. Yeah, the suits were broken. Or no, the ghost that killed me. My old players threw it off the balcony. Well, that's a smart idea. I think the ghost might have actually killed me. It rolled like 4d6 of damage. Ridiculous. And it rolled a 12. It rolled a 12 and I had 8 HP. That is the sign of a DM that didn't write a novel of content. He was just playing out of the book. He didn't need to write a novel of content, he just needed to not fuck us over. If you write a novel, the players will never follow it. Yeah. I mean, you prepare for what you think you're gonna do. And in this case, he thought he was gonna do the Death House, and someone wrote a novel of content for him. Might have been a mess. We should have just burned that house to the ground. Just burn that house to the ground. We had the stuff to do it. We could have. The house is supposed to disappear at the end. You're supposed to be able to get through the house, though. You gotta get through it first. Didn't we get outvoted to burn the house? We're like, no, let's go inside. Let's go get the baby. Like, there's no baby. There's no baby in that. No way. Those kids don't know anything about that baby. Spoiler, the baby becomes a giant evil abomination. I'm sure. Gotta go for that team wipe. Yeah. Yeah, we did. We didn't play much after that. Baby was fucked. Yeah, no, Kate got fucked up by a broom and I got sucker punched by a ghost and we didn't play very much after that. I don't know what the fuck is going on. All right, Yuki. So most of us in chat went to college together, and we're talking about Grum, Cake, and I played D&D together, and we played Curse of Strahd, or we started Curse of Strahd, and at one point, Cake got locked in a broom closet with a sentient broom that started beating the shit out of him. And by beating the shit out of him, I mean it was like it was rolling ones, but it was also going twice for every one roll he got. And so it was just wanting him to death until we finally broke down the door and rescued him. But then we went further into this house. It's called the Death House. I'll run Death House the right way. That could be the one shot. Yeah. What if we choose to burn it to the ground? Sounds like R-rated Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, kind of. Except there's much less furniture. Well, there's much less living furniture. There's the broom, there's living suits of armor. Though I'm sure we could probably do... I'm sure you could probably make the table and the chairs move. Everything's a mimic. Got so fucked. Yeah. It was bad. I stayed in the middle of the pack too. Sounds fun if someone did it right. Yeah, it could have been fun. It could have totally been fun, but it wasn't. It's basically just a test from Strahd to welcome you to Barovia. That's the spooky theme. I imagine it would set the spooky theme, but I'm again gonna go with it just did not work. It was not well orchestrated. Swear to God, this game has to be based on the North Sentinel Island. I don't know the North. The next campaign, I got one shot by a giant midair. Oof. I cast Fly for the first time. Motherfucker threw a big rock at me and insted me. Oh, man. That's rough. North Sentinel is interesting. Still don't know what North Sentinel is. Somebody clue me in, please. It was funny at least? I bet it was funny. Sounds hilarious. Yes. Oh, arrows. More arrows. Flares. Okay. Ash. D&D is something I want to do, but it seems like you need the right people. I agree. You do need the right people. I know, Hopper and I tried once our freshman year to play, with our suite mate. I have so many stories about our suite mate. We tried to play once with our suite mate, running as the DM, but we also had like 7 people in our party, which was ridiculous. So that's too many people to play D&D. You have to remember that it's a game and everybody's there to have fun. Yeah, it's a blast with the right people. Kind of do, but it shouldn't be too hard to find a decent group, especially online now. Yeah, I know Timon King played. He had a group of people. I don't know if he still plays with them, but I know he played D&D with some friends of his. So many stories about our suite mate. Our suite mate would go into the bathroom. There would be like a quarter. He who shall not be named. Gosh, I can't speak anymore. Yeah, he used to go into the bathroom. There'd be like a quarter roll of toilet paper left, and he would come out like 20, 25, 30 minutes later, and there would be a different quarter roll of toilet paper on the roll. I stacked his toiletries once. There was one time remember when I swung the door open while he was pooping? I was about to tell that story, actually. I was sitting on my bed once, and my bed faced the, well, not necessarily faced, but was the closest, to facing the bathroom door, and I was sitting on my bed, and was that a health problem? I don't know. He just used, I'll get back to that. He was sitting on the toilet pooping once, and Hopper was standing. It's like in a cove, right? So there's, if this is where Hopper's desk is, like in here, the door to the bathroom is right here. My bed's over here, so I'm sitting here, and Hopper is standing back here with a quarter, reaching around this wall and unlocking the bathroom door every time he locks it. He just started screaming at me. But no, I don't know if it was a health problem, because eventually we were like, look, man, if you're gonna keep using all of the toilet paper, you have to buy the toilet paper. And when he started buying the toilet paper, it was all one ply. So I think what we determined was that he just used he was just used to using one ply toilet paper. So he used all of the toilet paper because he was using it like he was using one ply toilet paper. But we all three of the rest of us bought 2-ply toilet paper. Like, good toilet paper. Two-ply, you mean the only ply? I wish. It's the only ply worth buying. There was also one time, I don't know what it was, but he decided he was going to get really into D&D. I don't know if he ever did, but that's where I'm going. He got really into D&D, and so he bought this bag of like 150 minifigures for like $10 off of a friend of his. But he put them all on his dresser in his room, all facing forward. And Hop and I went into his room and meticulously turned around every single one of them. And I'm talking like it's a probably like 1.5 by 4 foot dresser, right? The top is. And he had covered the entire top of the dresser. Oh shit. We turned around every single, what the hell is this thing? We turned around every single one of those minifigures. He came in later. He was so pissed. He was so pissed off. Like, irrationally pissed off for the amount of prank that we had pulled. It was crazy. Guy didn't have a pillowcase for like a year, just a t-shirt. He also didn't sleep with sheets. He slept with a comforter, and he slept on the bare plastic. Oh, the bare plastic cover on his mattress. With the trash, yes, with all his trash. It was really bizarre. He pushed it to the side to sleep. Yeah, it was... I don't know, man. I don't even pretend to understand. Reminds me of a person who walked into our house, looked directly at me and Cake, and pissed in our bathroom with the door open with nearly a full line of sight. What? This is why I bleached my university mattress before in it sheet. Myth wouldn't even know him. He might. You could text me. I might know him. That's what I'm looking for. Stick marker. Definitely does. My man, that was his house at that point. Yeah, he claimed that house. Access will text me. Alright, let's see it. Unlock my phone real quick. I DM'd you as well. Alright. Grum, you're gonna have to give me a last name. I did get that text, actually. I wasn't expecting you to text me. I was expecting like a Discord message. Got the last name. Ah, maybe Cake remembers. Oh no. I could probably guess. Hold on. Let me make a guess. Oh, here you go. There you go. That's the one. I don't know why Dwarf Fortress. I don't know why Dwarf Fortress did it for me, but that's who you're talking about. There's someone over here? Yup. Yes, there is. Oh my gosh. Whew. I don't know how I'm still collecting teeth. Here, let me... My first guess would have been funnier. Yeah, it probably would have been. Oh man. Don't like this cave. I said I wouldn't do this again, and here we are. I'm out of the loop. That's okay. That's okay. I don't think you would have met him. Some crosses on this wall. Probably shouldn't break the wall. The fuck was that sound? That inventory screen? I got a lot of garbage. I'm carrying a lot of shit. The fuck is a Reggie? Discord mentioned it. What? We're talking about Reggie? Alright, so history. Oh man. Subnautica. Subnautica was one of the first games I streamed. Reggie. We found a fish called Reginald. Like the fish species was called Reginald. Don't ask me why. Shit. But we caught one. The first one we caught, we named him Reggie. And he went all the way to the end of the game with us. He was our one and only crewmate. And we escaped. We escaped with Reggie. Reggie, yes. Yes, Marlin. I gotta go for real this time. It's been a great time. All right, Grummel, take it easy. Actually, take it easy this time. Get some rest. Fuck Reggie, by the way. Yeah, so Reggie, for some reason, spawned a cult amongst my followers here. Or I guess an anti-Reggie cult started, and they all wanted me to eat him. They all wanted me to kill him, throw him away. But I when we got him, I was like, oh, this fish has a name. His name is Reginald. We have to keep him. He'll be ours forever. We'll keep him. We'll take him to the end of the game. And we did, but that was not what was popular among chat. And so there would be, there would be streams where it was just constantly people just shitting on Reggie and being like, you gotta eat him, you gotta get rid of him, he will kill you, he will wear you like a skin suit. It was something. It was fun, for sure. It was wild. I'm not sure why Reggie was the thing. You know, why he was such a big deal, but the fish on the wiki looks adorable. They used to call them in development. They were called mohawk fish because of that mohawk on the back. Rip Darth Beta. Oh no. Darth Beta. Reggie must have been his reincarnation. Maybe. Maybe so. Reggie escaped with us. I did put... I caught a second Reginald. I caught a couple of Reginalds. But we put a second Reginald into our time capsule when we left, with a note saying to take good care of him. And that I had carried Reginald Sr. off-world. Reggie would have pulled the Leopold in the Congo on countless planets. Yeah, see, stuff like this. Marlin keeps going on stuff like this. Oh, I think we need the rebreather. I found it! We got the rebreather! We got the rebreather, we got a flashlight, we're swimming, not holding our flashlight. Timing, yes. Holding wet, that's okay. As invasive a species as the goldfish. Yeah. Not dealing with the babies. Alright, inventory. We now have... Do I have a second torch? This. Oh, what are those, like flying baby blobs? Yes, they're babies. They're mutant babies. They're nasty. I hate them. This game is wild. There's an arm monster. It seems like a basic survival fun time, and then we get dismembered corpses and flying babies. Yeah. It seems alright, you know. You just survive, you build yourself a base. First myth merch better be Reggie related. You bet your ass. Doggo ran into my room. Aw. think all of the babies jumped into the water. BRB, alright. Is there anything back here other than those babies? Soda. Is this just a stopping point? Oh, that's just okay, I get it. I get it. Why does the lighter provide more consistent light than the flashlight? So I think the trade-off is that the lighter is brighter, but the lighter also goes out occasionally. Like the lighter, that flashlight is useless. The lighter will flicker out. And then it'll be useless. Fuck did that do? The underwater flashlight is pretty good. Yes, the underwater flashlight is good. Game devs suck at flashlights. The flashlights in this game are good. Ow, what the heck? I take cold damage? Can't make photon physics correctly. I read somewhere that you're supposed to make a torch, right? Like, tie a piece of cloth to a stick. It'll be bright, it'll work. It doesn't. It flat out doesn't. The engine does it all for them. Yeah, I get that the game is supposed to be dark. I get it. I really do. This game is prohibitively dark. Got a rusty axe. Interesting. Welcome back, Cake. The flares work. Flares do not work underwater. Fun fact. The main flashlight thing, though, seems to rely on CPU-driven shaders in most games. Less than 10 frames. CPU. They're choosing where to execute flashlight code. They can make a better damn flashlight. Well, I mean, I could do this. And just... cave light on. Right? But this is 100% cheating. Genius. Yeah, you know, I've been leaving it off because this seems a little unfair. This seems like the game is not supposed to be played this way. I know it's not supposed to be, but it's honestly the only way it's playable because all of the equipment sucks. All of my light equipment's terrible. And I mean, like, everybody says, hey, just build a torch. They're a good light. They're not. They're not good light. Problem is that it's a little nutty to expect all systems to handle RTX flashlight. I don't even expect them to handle RTX flashlights. I just want them to use this flashlight. Right? Like I want this game to use this flashlight that I'm using right now all the time. That's what I want. Too easy. That's the thing, it's not too easy. Right, like that's Occam's razor. The simplest explanation. Almonds. I thought it said Rolo. Like, damn, what a thing to find in a cave. Found a mod that makes it closer to the diving one. I might have to install. Light the way. All right. Over-engineering is the death of a product. Agreed. Agreed. I'll install Light the Way before the next stream. I can't do terrible flashlight. Tell that to Apple. Did that not go anywhere? Y'all, I think that went nowhere. Okay, totally not trying to get a job at. They aren't over-engineering. They're just trying to make everything proprietary and take over the world. I'd never work at Apple. I don't know, removing as much air from a product as possible just to get it a slim fit seems over-engineered. Like a 3,000 Dolan computer shouldn't cost over $10,000. We've been shrinking shit for years in CS. Seems normal to me. For macOS and an Apple logo to get slapped on it. Yeah. I don't know, at that point, build your own computer and slap BSD on it. Is there anything back here? Probably water and rocks. Yeah. Well, we went in here earlier, right? And it didn't look like there was anything in here. Let's try it again. We're gonna check again. Watch the ceiling. Floor. Left, right, nothing. Up. Nothing. Down. Nothing. Why is the water so murky? Just use Windows 3.0. Yep. Oh, excuse me. Install Source Mage and set your mind free. Oh! Ooh. Ooh. All right. Building a stick marker right there. All right, I think we go home. We made it. We found a cave. We found the rebreather. That's big. That is important. We still need to find the climbing gear and the modern bow, but that's fine. We still have the crafted bow. We put our flashlight on it. I don't know, does the light... Doesn't look like the light runs out of battery, so... Fingers crossed for that. That's exciting as well. What is the final objective? So the objective of this game, we crash landed right in our plane. We are trying to rescue our son, who has been kidnapped by cannibals. Save Sean. His name is Timmy, but yes, save Sean. And part of me thinks we need to get down into the big butthole there, into the sinkhole. That seems important. Isn't that heavy rain? Yes, Sean is heavy rain. But we need to make our way into the sinkhole somehow. I think it's through caves. I have found a cave exit. I don't remember if it was... It might have been that exit over there that I found. But I know Timon King and I are doing it the wrong way. We started trying to build into sinkhole. It'll probably be easier to build back out of the sinkhole. If we're being honest. But don't build pyramids top down. Listen, all right. It's very dangerous, and we've fallen in several times. Don't at me. Tell that to the aliens. Exactly. Exactly. All right. We're gonna come back in here. We did it. We made it home. We made it through a cave. Even though I said I wouldn't do that. I'm very pleased with that performance. See, we'll save. Woo! All right. When does the stream end? Right now. We're calling it a night. It's been busy. We got some stuff done. We got a lot of stuff built. We replaced our treehouse. I know it's late. I got work in the morning. I got a real job still. It was fun. Don't worry, I'll be back on Monday. I'll be back on Monday. We're gonna finish up BioShock 2, and then we're gonna start BioShock Infinite. Damn real jobs and shit. Hey, if this kicks off, I might be able to make this a real job. It was fun. It was fun, Yuki. Thank you again to Brad's Gaming, and a big thank you to Yuki. You were number 50. The big one. We did it, we made it. Fingers crossed I get that email tomorrow to join the affiliate program. That'll be so exciting. That'll be so big. Every kid's dream, right? But yeah, until then, everybody. Monday, BioShock. Remember, guys, stay hydrated. Sit up straight. We're in the business of taking care of ourselves, guys. Sleep well. Have a good night.